In the world of paranormal investigation, some locations just have a certain energy. You feel it the moment you arrive. It's a weight in the air, a stillness that feels unnatural. The Oman House, tucked away in the hills of Los Angeles, is one of those places. It doesn't look like a classic haunted mansion from a horror movie. There are no crumbling walls or overgrown vines strangling the life out of it. Instead, it's a modern home on a quiet street, which somehow makes the stories that come from within its walls even more unsettling. People who visit, from seasoned investigators to curious skeptics, often leave with experiences they can't explain, making many wonder if this ordinary-looking house is one of the most active paranormal hotspots in the country. My work has taken me to some of the most historically haunted locations you can imagine, but the Oman House is different. To understand the Oman House, you have to understand the land it was built on. In 1999, David Oman began construction on his home at the end of Cielo Drive. His father, a successful real estate developer, helped him with the project. From the very beginning, strange things started to happen. Their tools would go missing, only to reappear in odd places. They heard disembodied voices when no one else was around. It was unsettling, but at the time it was dismissed as simple workplace oddities. No one could have predicted these were just the first signs of a much deeper and more profound disturbance connected to the land itself. The street, Cielo Drive, is forever linked to one of the most notorious crimes in American history. On August 9, 1969, just up the hill from the Oman House, members of the Manson family brutally murdered actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people. The energy here feels raw, almost new, like a wound that has never had the chance to heal properly. When you investigate a place like this, you're not just looking for ghosts from a distant past. You're stepping into the residual energy of a tragedy that still echoes in the collective memory of a city. And that powerful, lingering emotion is something you can physically feel clinging to the very structure of the building. The reputation of the Oman House has grown steadily over the years, whispered about in paranormal circles and featured on numerous television shows. The owner, David Oman, didn't buy the house to turn it into a paranormal attraction. He built it as his home. The activity started on its own, growing in intensity until it became impossible to ignore. It's this organic nature of the haunting that makes it so compelling. The phenomena here aren't just stories passed down, they are active, ongoing events. What truly sets the Oman House apart is its location. It sits just a short distance down the private driveway from where the infamous Tate murders took place in 1969. The property line is so close that the energy of that horrific event seems to have bled over, seeping into the land itself long before the house was even built. This connection isn't just a historical footnote, it's the very foundation of the paranormal claims. Investigators believe the activity in the Oman House is directly linked to the spirits of the victims from that night, who may have wandered from the site of their deaths, seeking refuge or perhaps simply replaying their final moments in an endless tragic loop. The paranormal activity reported at the Oman House is as varied as it is frequent. Blurred hallways and old records hint at decades of reports. It's not just a creak here or a cold spot there, it's a full spectrum of unexplained phenomena interacting with the living. Visitors and residents have documented countless experiences over the years. Disembodied footsteps echo through hallways, especially on the main staircase. They sound heavy and deliberate. People often call out thinking someone else has entered. Physical manifestations are regular. Books fly off shelves. Doors open and slam shut with incredible force. Lights flicker on and off without explanation. David Oman captured a water glass sliding across a table untouched. He also filmed a heavy decorative ball rolling up a staircase against gravity. These are documented events that defy easy explanation. Cold spots appear suddenly, temperatures drop and visitors shiver. The true measure of a haunted location comes from the personal stories of those who have dared to spend time there. One of the most compelling accounts comes from a team of paranormal investigators who decided to conduct a lockdown in the house. They were in the living room when they all heard the distinct sound of a woman crying softly from the upstairs loft. Believing it might be one of their team, they called out. No response. They went to investigate. The loft was empty. The crying stopped as they climbed, but the sorrow lingered for hours. Another powerful story involves David Oman himself. He was sleeping when he was awoken by the sensation of being held down. He couldn't move his arms or legs. Immense pressure on his chest. As he struggled, he saw a dark, shadowy figure at the foot of his bed. He described it as pure terror, helpless. This phenomenon, often called sleep paralysis, is common in active locations. For David, it confirmed the spirits could physically interact, aggressively and personally. A skeptical visitor spent a night to debunk the claims. He set up cameras across the main floor and settled in. Around 3 a.m., a loud crash jolted him awake. In the kitchen, every cabinet door was wide open. Instead, the video showed doors flying open one by one with violent force, as if yanked by an invisible hand. What makes the Oman House truly different from other haunted locations is the atmosphere. It's not the kind of manufactured spookiness you find in a commercial ghost tour. It's a genuine, palpable feeling that settles over you the moment you step inside. The air feels heavy and thick, charged with an emotional residue that is both sad and unsettling. Many visitors report feeling a sense of profound grief, especially near the staircase and in the upstairs loft. It's an emotional weight that you can't see, but you can definitely feel it. This emotional imprint is what makes the experience so personal and often so disturbing for those who visit. Unlike ancient castles or abandoned asylums, the Oman House is a modern, lived-in home. This contrast between the normal, everyday setting and the extraordinary paranormal events creates a unique kind of fear. Seeing a shadow figure in a crumbling, spooky ruin is one thing. Seeing it in a clean, well-lit kitchen is another. It blurs the line between the safe, familiar world and the terrifying unknown. This domestic setting makes the haunting feel more invasive and personal. The energy in the house is also incredibly dynamic and responsive. It's not just a residual haunting, where events from the past are replayed like a recording. The entities in the Oman House seem to be intelligent and aware of the people around them. In the end, the Oman House remains a focal point for paranormal research and public curiosity for a powerful reason. The evidence continues to grow. With every new investigation, with every visitor who leaves with an unexplainable story, the legend of the house on Cielo Drive becomes more entrenched. Sheer volume and consistency of reported phenomena, disembodied voices captured on recorders, full-bodied apparitions seen with the naked eye make it hard to dismiss as mere coincidence or imagination. The house is a chilling reminder that trauma can scar a location. The connection to the Manson murders provides a tangible historical anchor grounding the ghostly tales in something we can understand. This is not a vague spirit story. It is tied to a well-documented, horrific crime. This specificity draws investigators seeking more than a scare, searching for a connection to that dark moment and how violence can imprint the environment. What keeps people coming back, seasoned paranormal investigators and curious newcomers, is the house's raw, unfiltered energy. The Oman House doesn't just whisper, sometimes it screams. Perhaps the only way to know is to step inside and listen for yourself.